Hey everyone, Gold here again. Hopefully a somewhat quick video on how I make curves like you just saw on my roads. My roads are going to be 5 tiles across, 2 for one side driving in one direction, 2 for the other side driving another direction. The tile in the middle will be used for markings. Notice here I've got a truck, which is the biggest vehicle you can have in the game. I like to take these or tractors or other vehicles and use them to autopath to move items. There's several places in this game where it's easier for me to do this, and it looks better than having trains everywhere. I like to make things at a factory, potentially take them from the factory, using vehicles and roads, and potentially move those to train stations, let's say. Okay, so we got a 5 tile wide highway. I really like it nice and big. We're going to make what I call a soft turn to this direction over here, and I'm going to do what I call a 1-tick turn. What do you need for this? You need, if you look at the hotbar on the bottom, 2 main things. One of them is the catwalk crossing. These are available in the coupon store. These catwalks, I use the catwalk crossing, and then just a regular foundation. Okay, regular foundation and catwalk crossing. So I put that on a separate hotbar. So here's my road that I want to build a soft turn for. First thing I'm going to do, take the catwalk, put one right here. And I'm going to turn zooping off also. So there we've got a catwalk right there. Now I'm going to take a foundation, okay? I'm going to line it up right here like this, and I'm going to move it over like this. I'm going to put that foundation down. Okay, that's not going to be part of the road. This is not going to be part of the road. I just call these guides is what I do. These are guides. Now we're gonna identify the turn. Okay, so I'm going to hold Control key down, and I'm going to basically record a 1-tick turn. So here's a, let's start over. Put that there. I'm going to press Control, and I'm going to turn 1 tick. Okay, release Control. And see what happens? Come back in, press Control, and it does the 1-tick turn for me. Then left click to put down the actual foundation. Again, this is a guide, this is a guide, this is a guide. We haven't built the road yet. Okay, now we're going to take another catwalk, and we're going to put it right here, okay? On this side here, on this particular guide that we put up. So this is what it looks like so far. Notice we got a 1-tick turn here to the right to go in this direction. Okay, now what do? Now we delete all of these. Okay, so all we're left with is that with a 1-tick turn on it. Put down another foundation here like this. Line it up like that. Put down another foundation. Again, that's a guide also. So what do we do next? Delete this. And now we're going to add the actual road. We're not going to add it to here. We're going to add it to here. This one. Right under here. Okay. Now let's remove the guide. Okay. We just did our first turn. Look at that. See that? See that little... See how we're turning? Okay. See how we're turning? Now we're going to do it again. I'm going to do one more in real time. Then I'm going to continue to do it a little while. I'm going to speed up the video. Okay. Because it's basically a repetition. So let's do one more here, okay? Put this here. Then we're going to bring up a foundation. Bring it like that. Then I'm going to put one on top. Press Control. Build it. That's 1 tick. That's a 1-tick turn. Put this here. Okay. Then get rid of these. Put a foundation here. Get rid of this. And I like to show this here. Hover pack is one of the best things in this game. We're going to run this right underneath for our next turn. Get rid of that. And we've got our next turn. Okay. 5-lane, 5 foundation highway. And we're going to go with a soft turn this way. Okay, so I'm going to build the rest of these. And I'm going to speed this up. We're going to build out a few more, and then I'm going to show you how to build in the rest of this, okay? So I'll be back in a moment, but let's speed through this. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We got a nice turn going here. I'm gonna probably just end it, the turn there, and then we'll start going straight. So we're gonna come from here, turn, and then kind of go straight this way. Okay, now the next thing is going to be to build out the rest of the tiles for the turn. Okay, so let me show you that. I'm going to point. See the little hammer there? I'm going to be pointing at these tiles every step of the way. Okay, so we're going to go from this side out to here. So I'm going to point to here and place a tile. Notice how it's cutting into this. Okay, that's what you want. So we're going to go here. See how it's cutting in? You want to make sure to line it up with the one that's here, not the one over here. Get that one, line that up there, and then we'll come over to the next one. It's going to start tightening up, tightening up. The overlaps will be greater. Just keep aiming at the proper one. We're always going to build from here out. See that? Instead of doing this, make sure you're pointing here. Okay, let's do another one. Now, I know there's other videos out there on how to do curves and stuff like that. This one, for me, is, I'm just looking for one way to do something, and then I kind of repeat it. Okay, look at this. See, it's getting a little tighter here. Make sure you're lined up in there. We're going for right in there on each one. And there's great videos. There's so many people making great videos for this game. For me, I'm going to be making a lot of videos that might seem introductory here. But I have my own way of making videos, so I think it's good to have a variety of different video styles and stuff like that. I like to, I was a computer programmer for decades. I believe in redundancy. I believe redundancy is good, so I don't mind that. Notice what I'm doing. See, I told you it's getting a little tighter. Just make sure to line this up. And like I said, I'm doing a 1-point turn. For a 5-lane highway. If I did more than that, it would get confusing building this part out. Look at how smooth this is. Look at how smooth that is. So we got a nice smooth now. The lines, of course, you're just going to do something like this at the end. And you're going to cover all that stuff up. Of course, for roads, we want to use asphalt, right? Asphalt. So we're going to cover those up and then nice and covered. And then, of course, like I said, the middle line here is going to be, I think I have that on a hotkey. Yes, I do. The middle line here is, I leave that open for this. I don't have color cartridges on me right now, but that's what this is for. You saw what it looks like at the very beginning of the video. So one tile in the middle for my identifiers, and then of course we're going to put arrows and stuff over here, the directions. Again, the big thing I use this for is going to be for automated pathing. And the thing about this is I want a nice wide road. I don't want the paths to cross each other. So this truck is going to go in this direction and it's going to come back over here. And the blue arrows, I'm going to make it to where they are not able to cross each other. All the way up here into a truck station, all the way back here, looping a good loop with no crosses on the tracks, okay? Because you might end up building multiple trucks for one path. Okay, so that's the process I go through. And then, of course, over here, you can then just start to build out. Go back to Zoop, and then continue your road if you want to start going straight on here.